Hiya, it's Claire Spalding and you're watching my weekly vlog for my brand story. As always, I'm here to help you build a truly authentic business and brand that will connect with your target market. Today I am talking about something that is near and dear to my heart. Well, just something I struggle with every single day. But first, tea. Tea2, Earl Grey. Just that aromatic aftertaste, just beautiful. Yes, so back to what I'm talking about. I struggle, when I put it out there, you probably already know, I really struggle with time management. Oh my gosh. And they do say that perhaps it is the mind of a creative person that gets caught up in the bright light and then they get carried away. But honestly, that's all lovely and romantic. But when it comes to running your own business, it is a pain in my ass. I really get frustrated with myself every day when I don't achieve what I want. You know, I'm there and I'm like, sit down and I get going and I'm all excited, and at the end of the day, I haven't achieved anything because, I got distracted by this bright light. I got a call. I got an email. What's happening on social media? An hour later, the day has gone. It's lunchtime. There is always something that I need to be doing. But in my defense, I haven't set myself anything goals. I just know in my head I've got things to do. Now I am a person that would always sort of, beginning of the week, I might write a list and I do my little boxes because I love to tick. I just find that really empowering when you can tick a box off. But then I didn't have a timeline on that. And it was like my chores to do, or my roles or jobs to do for that week. Not what my goal was as a business and how I was going to evolve and grow that. It was that mouse in the wheel every single day, just getting things done, but then not taking the time to grow my business. Then I listened to a podcast, Amy Porterfield podcast. I really like her work and I like her practical way, in the way she's another solo, a solopreneur originally. Very much similar. I do see a lot of myself in her, in the fact that, she worked for a big corporate and then she decided I want to go out on my own in some consulting, which I'm doing as well, and then created her product, which I also, with my brand story, the Brand Pack product. And watching her evolution, it's really nice to see how she dealt with it and also see if I can fast track through her learnings. And she talked to me about this book, Full Focus Planner, Michael Hyatt. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's fantastic. I hadn't actually heard of him until Amy had put me onto it, put me personally onto it in her podcast. But, I do see organisers and schedulers and actually all the time. But for something that resonated with me, it was whether it be just that time. She got me at a time where I really, really decided that's something that was important to me. And I have talked about it when I had Emily on before, about how you can control time, not let it control you. So it has been on my mind for a long time, but I needed something to work to. And I don't know if you work that way, but I needed it. I am self-motivated in every way, but when it comes to time management, I need help. I need someone to hold my hand and I need someone to guide me. And obviously, I have to drive it. No one else is driving it, but this is something that I take with me everywhere. Do you know what I love about it? The main things that I found out from this are there's 4 main things that I love. I'm going to show you. So what I really loved in the beginning is that you set your goal summary. Sorry about the tea stains. But you set your goal summary, and this is only a 3-month diary. So this isn't a year diary, so you're not feeling that you have to set your year goals. You can set goals that are longer term, but it's really about the now and about what can be obtainable, so you don't get overwhelmed. Because I've written goals before, 5, 10, 15-year plans, and I honestly don't have that tangible side that I can control it. This for me gives it to me because it then drills it down. So the first one is you set your goals for the first 3 months. And he said don't do any more than 10. I added an 11. But really stick to 10 and then look through it and think what can be achieved in the next 3 months. So for me, I was doing the Amy Porterfield webinar. I have to complete that in the next 3 months. I'm also doing a webinar of my own, my first ever webinar, how to nail your USP in 4 easy steps. Watch out for that because it is gold. I'm quite proud of it. So that's what I needed to complete. And then I had to organize a social media strategist. These are my things. And I sort of knew them, but I wrote them down and they're here. And now I can go and focus on those for my week to week. So then you go into breaking down the goals and how they can be achieved. And I've never done that before. I've never thought about it. What this does is it makes you make the time to set your goals. And that's not something that we do because we talk about things that are making us money and we need to do it. But this took me 2 hours to do, and honestly, maybe an hour and a half, and it was the best. I cut everything off. I had people calling me and I cut everything off because I dedicated the importance of time management and setting my really strong foundations. So setting your goals, then it goes into, once you've done all your goals, you look at your months, and if there's any major things that are happening in the next month, you put them in, and then put things that might be, just flexible things, but these are just to give you a guideline. So you do that for all your 3 months, but I just do it a month at a time because months change. And then it talks about your ideal week. Now this is another favorite. So my first favorite is setting. Number 1, what it does is set your next 3-month goals. But number 2 is you're able to set your ideal working week. Bear with me. So it's not writing in, because this is a generic ideal week. So it's not like, oh, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that. Michael Hyatt really focuses on this theory of front stage, backstage, and off stage. So front stage is everything you need to be doing that's making you the money. Your clients, your billing hours, if you're doing, whether it's working the front end of your business, anything that's at front end, making the money, that really mouse in the wheel side. Then you have the back end, and the back end is about growing your business to the next level. So it's that prep work, it's the learning, it's doing your brand pack, things that are enriching you to take your business to the next level. And then you have your off stage, which is your weekend. And I really, really like that he sets this out for me, because I don't know if you as a solopreneur also feel guilty when you have time to yourself. You're like, oh, I should be on my emails all day, or I should be on the weekends. He sets some really strong boundaries about how you need to have the off time, and you need to be able to switch off. And I don't know if any of you else out there, but I constantly have my partner saying, get off your phone. Get off your phone, let's go and do something. And I go, I've got to get this done. Maybe you don't. And he sort of validates that feeling inside that says, okay, it's okay not to. And what I also love about him, of a 5-day working week, only 2 days are front stage. So 2 days are the hardcore front of house business. 3 days are investing back into your business. Because if you're a solopreneur like me, and it's just me, I outsource for things that I need to be done. So it's about delegating those, and that's what you do there. And then there's also, if you have a business and you've got staff, you should be lifting yourself above the business and not the mouse in the wheel. So your 2 days are just on front of house. You have 3 days to invest back in your business, to look at your business, to how to grow it, whether it be courses, whether it's to create courses, whether it's whatever you are doing to take your business and make it more profitable and to look at it. When I saw this, I needed to, because I have not been setting that time to set my own business as a priority. It's just been the day-to-day and getting things done. And I think that was one of the best things I learned from this book. And if you took nothing else from that, it's that. And then you have your off stage. And he talks about your morning routine, afternoon routine. If you want to get up early and do yoga, have breakfast with your partner, make these important rituals. And he says it's really important. And look, you cannot do it every day because you might have conference calls. I had a conference call 7 a.m. the other morning, so I couldn't do it. But if you could set a precedent for your week, it's a really nice routine to get into. And it's a routine. So when you're having your own business, unlike working for a big company, you don't have a routine. It's creating your routine. So that was my really good one. Now the third one is this talks about your rituals, but your big three for the week. So every week you set 3 big goals that you need to be done by the end of the week. And I love 3. It's not too much, it's not too little. It's the key, it's obtainable. And that is so important. So you have the big 3. So you set your 3 goals for the week, And then you go into your week, and each day, you have your 3 big, that's my 4th point, your top 3 for the day, what you need to achieve before the day's end. And that sets it. And then it talks about how it talks about you can calendarize it, you can do a whole lot of things about it, but these are your 3 things and how you're going to set it out in the day. And then you've got a notes section. It's awesome. And then at the end of each week, you review your big 3. And if you don't feel too hardened by it. If you can't get something done because you're waiting on someone else, you put a note there. Here's this little key at the bottom saying delegated it or waiting for someone else, and then you can roll it on to the next day, or if you need to do it for the next week. It's for you. No one's going to judge you on this, but it just sets your goals for the day and sets what you need to achieve. And set your on and off day. So I have, at the moment, I always have backstage for my Monday, and then Tuesday, Thursday am I on stage, Wednesday and Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday backstage, and Tuesday and Thursday on stage or front stage. And they're going to change. You might have to have calls, you might have to have all those things on other days, but just set your ideal week. Give yourself that platform and that structure. Now, some of you might always be thinking, well, I already do this. Like my friend Emily, she nails this, and she is really good at cutting off. And he said, in the mornings, your rituals are part of your morning startup ritual in the office. Look at your emails, check your social media, get it all out of the way in that first half an hour, cut it off. If you need to go back to it, do it. But don't constantly be distracted by it, which is what happens to me. I get distracted by emails. They're going to be okay. They're not urgent. Calls are urgent, but emails, if you can, block them out, do it. And try and do your creative stuff in the morning, because we are a full tank in the morning and we deplenish as the day goes. So try and get your creative stuff out in the morning, and then get your invoicing or whatever you need to do at the end of the day, where you just need to follow the routine. But Michael Hyatt, thank you very much. I really, really needed you. You came at a time where I needed you. And I feel like you've really set my course. And now I have a course for my week, my month, and my next year, because I've set it out. I mean, it's always there, but now I can tick it. Now I can achieve it, and I feel empowered. And that's the key. Controlling my time. And if you need the tools, no one's too proud to say that they can't do it on their own. Get the tools that you need to make yourself better. Speaking of that, now I'm talking about backstage. Now you can invest that time in getting your brand pack together and building your own brand pack, because this is something I know that businesses always go, oh, I haven't got to it. Make the time to then make your business better. That backstage, 3 days. How great is that? 3 days to build your business and make your business better and not feel like you're that mouse in the wheel. So I challenge you that. Have a look at Michael Hyatt. He's amazing. And if nothing else, it's just getting your routine in place and getting you structure. That's what I lacked, structure. Ultimately, it's about how you can change your productivity to be more successful in business and in life. Well, thanks for watching today. As always, it's great to share with you my tips and tricks on marketing, branding, and just overall business. If you like what you watched today, please share it. Subscribe to my vlog. Share with friends. I love sharing is caring. If you want to know more about my brand pack, check me out on mybrandstory.me, and I'm also running a free 20-point branding checklist to see where you stand. It's free. All you need to do is sign up. And what else do I need to say? Ultimately, stay true to your journey and your brand story, because what you have to offer, nobody else does. Remember that. And that is why you should focus more on your backstage. I'm Claire Spalding from My Brand Story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Now back to this.